the one and only Billy J, and it's once again Wednesday here on the Fab 5 Collab. And I know what you must be thinking. Wow, Wednesdays is looking very different. If you're not already subscribed to my personal channel, the link will be down below. But if you are already subscribed and seen my latest video on my channel, the Shep 689 roll call video, then you know I have my DSLR set up. I have my two lights right here and my DSLR set up right there. So the quality of my videos will be that much better. Thumbs up! This week on the Fab 5 Collab, our subject is long distance relationships. Do they work? Can they work? And any tips and advice. For those that have been following me on my personal channel and everything, know that I've only been in 2 relationships, and unfortunately both have been in long distance relationships, and they both didn't end too well. So one would think that the person that's been in and out of long distance relationships over the past 5 years would have great advice. Wrong. But either way, I'll give some advice on long distance relationships, even though I will probably not engage myself in a long distance relationship ever again. So here are my top 5 tips on long distance relationships. Tip number 1 is that communication is key. This is true for any kind of relationship, long distance or not, but we live in a world where communication is easy peasy lemon squeezy. The world is so technologically advanced, we have tons of free communications, and some that may actually cost a little bit. Today we can communicate through the phone, through Facebook, through Skype, through email, and the old-fashioned way of letters. I'm an old-fashioned type of guy. I love receiving letters because it tells me that the person took the time out of their day to write down their thoughts of me. And for me, emails and Facebook and all that, that's very impersonal, while with letters, it's a personal touch. Tip number 2 is try to do things together. Now, how do you do that when you're miles apart? Well, like I said, with today's technology, we have a thing called Skype and webcams that we can just easily do things together. For instance, you could set up a dinner date on Skype, where you both can coordinate a time and be on Skype at the same time and eat a dinner and discuss it and discuss your day and everything like that, just like a normal date. Also, you can stream media online as you're talking to the other person, and you can watch the same things at the same time and discuss it. Or you guys can go to the movies and watch the same movie and afterwards discuss it. Don't take your cameras in the movie theaters, that is illegal. Not to mention, nobody wants to hear you talking on Skype in the middle of the movie theater. How rude. The next tip is honesty. Honesty is the best policy in any relationship with either long distance or being in the same area. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, you don't want to have a relationship based on lies. Unfortunately, I've been there and done that, so it didn't end well neither times that I've broken up with that person. Tip number 4 is you have to have a lot of faith and trust in the other person. Now, this is for those that are having a monogamous relationship. Some people have open relationships, but for those of us that want to have monogamy in a relationship, being trusting and faithful is definitely key. And don't get easily jealous over the other person if something comes up on their end of their life. Because remember that real life can get in the way. Things like work or friends or exhaustion can have an impact. So don't bring unnecessary jealousy and drama into the relationship. And this goes back to having faith in the person that they are telling you the truth. And hopefully they are. And tip number 5 is take time to discover yourself while you're apart. One of the reasons why many couples break up is the fact that one person, or maybe even both parties, lose themselves in the relationship. Meaning that they've been in the relationship so long or are so consumed about the relationship that they don't know who they are anymore. And they feel they lost themselves and are no longer interested in the same things that they used to be, and are perhaps growing as a person. So take the time while you're apart to discover yourself. Discover other interests, and discover things about yourself that you perhaps didn't know about. Long distance relationships have their challenges. Like I said, they require a lot of trust and faith in the other person and in yourself as well. Long distance relationships are very difficult because unfortunately the physicality isn't there. And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about the simple things like a kiss in the morning or a hug or just plain being there in the person's time of need. So it's very challenging because you have to be there for the other person only through the phone or the internet, and sometimes some people can't handle it. It could be the other person or yourself or perhaps even both. Can it be done? Sure, any kind of relationship can work out. A few other YouTubers are having long distance relationships and it's working out for them. So they're like Jeff and Glenn and Alex and Adam, and perhaps many more. So can it be done? Sure. And not every relationship is cookie cutter. So what works for one relationship may not work for another. So that's something that you and your partner will have to talk out and deal with yourselves. So I hope this helped, maybe giving you some ideas in case you're thinking about having a long distance relationship. And leave down below some of your tips. And remember, peace, love, unity, respect. Peace out, guys.